In our daily lives, manipulation is a constant presence, yet often goes unnoticed. Many of us believe that if we act with kindness and integrity, others will do the same. However, this is not always the case. In today's discussion, we will explore 7 techniques that people may use to manipulate us, whether knowingly or unknowingly. By delving into the realms of manipulation and human psychology, we aim to shed light on these tactics. So sit back, relax, and attentively absorb the insights shared in this video. Let's dive deep into understanding each technique and its implications until the very end. 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a subtle yet insidious form of manipulation that erodes your sense of reality and self-confidence. Imagine a scenario where someone consistently contradicts your memories or perceptions, causing you to doubt your own sanity. This manipulation tactic often involves distorting the truth, denying past events, or trivializing your feelings and experiences. Over time, victims of gaslighting may feel confused, anxious, and isolated as they struggle to trust their own judgment. For instance, if you confront someone about their hurtful behavior and they dismiss your concerns as overreactions or insist that you're imagining things, they are likely gaslighting you. It's essential to recognize these subtle signs and prioritize your mental well-being by setting boundaries and seeking support from trusted friends or professionals. 2. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology is a psychological strategy that capitalizes on human nature's tendency to resist direct commands or suggestions. Instead of asking someone to do something directly, a manipulator might use reverse psychology to achieve their desired outcome by suggesting the opposite. Picture a situation where someone tells you not to eat the last slice of pizza, knowing full well that it will tempt you even more. By appealing to your rebellious instinct, they subtly influence your behavior without directly imposing their will. While reverse psychology can be an effective communication tool in certain contexts, it's essential to use it ethically and responsibly. Misusing reverse psychology to manipulate or deceive others can undermine trust and harm relationships in the long run. Ultimately, the key lies in fostering open and honest communication while respecting others' autonomy and boundaries. 3. Choice restriction. Choice restriction is akin to setting up a psychological maze where the exits are strategically narrowed down, guiding individuals towards predetermined destinations without them realizing it. It's a subtle dance of influence, where manipulators deftly limit the options available to their targets, nudging them towards decisions that serve the manipulator's agenda. Imagine being presented with a menu at a restaurant, but instead of a variety of dishes, you're only given 2 options, both of which happen to be the chef's specials. Unbeknownst to you, the restaurant subtly steers your decision towards their most profitable items, leveraging the power of suggestion to influence your choice. Manipulators might employ choice restriction by offering limited alternatives, creating a false sense of urgency, or even eliminating existing options altogether. By controlling the menu of possibilities, they orchestrate the symphony of decision-making, leading their targets down paths that align with their intentions. 4. Guilt trip. Guilt tripping is the emotional equivalent of threading a needle through the fabric of someone's conscience, weaving a tapestry of remorse and obligation that leaves them feeling morally obligated to comply. It's a manipulation tactic that preys on the innate human desire to maintain harmonious relationships and avoid conflict. Picture a scenario where a friend asks for a favor and when met with reluctance, they sigh and say, "I guess I'll figure it out on my own, like always." Suddenly, you're gripped by a sense of guilt, haunted by the fear of disappointing or letting down your friend. Without realizing it, you find yourself agreeing to their request, driven by a desire to assuage your guilty conscience. Guilt tripping operates on the principle of emotional blackmail, using phrases like, "How could you do this to me?" or "After everything I've done for you," to trigger feelings of remorse and compel compliance. It's a subtle manipulation technique that exploits vulnerabilities and leverages emotional bonds to achieve desired outcomes. 5. Manipulative negotiation. Manipulative negotiation is the art of verbal sleight of hand, where words are wielded like weapons in a battle of persuasion and influence. It's a dance of deception and persuasion, where negotiators use a blend of charm, flattery, and cunning to tip the scales of negotiation in their favor. Imagine walking into a car dealership only to be greeted by a salesperson who showers you with compliments and reassurances about the quality of their vehicles. They might employ tactics like scarcity, "This offer is only valid today," or social proof, "Everyone is buying this model," to create a sense of urgency and FOMO, fear of missing out. Manipulative negotiators are masters of the subtle art of persuasion, using linguistic gymnastics to manipulate perceptions and sway decisions. They might appeal to your emotions, exploit cognitive biases, or employ persuasive techniques like anchoring or framing to tip the scales of negotiation in their favor. In the world of manipulative negotiation, words are weapons and skilled negotiators are the maestros orchestrating the symphony of persuasion. It's a high-stakes game of influence and power, where victory goes to the slickest tongue and the most cunning mind. 6. Amplifying pro-problems. Imagine a situation where a small hiccup morphs into a mountainous obstacle under the spotlight of exaggeration. Amplifying pro-problems is like blowing a tiny spark into a blazing inferno, magnifying trivial issues to epic proportions in the eyes of the beholder. Manipulators adept at this technique wield the power of drama and hyperbole, transforming molehills into mountains to elicit desired reactions. For instance, picture a scenario where a minor scratch on a car becomes the catalyst for a heated confrontation. The owner, with theatrical flair, laments the damage as if it were a catastrophic event, painting a vivid picture of loss and devastation. By inflating the significance of the issue, they instill fear and urgency in others, manipulating perceptions to align with their narrative. In real-life situations, you might encounter amplifying pro-problems when observing conflicts between parties. What initially seemed like a minor disagreement escalates into a full-blown feud, fueled by exaggeration and sensationalism. Manipulators seize the opportunity to fan the flames of discord, capitalizing on heightened emotions to achieve their ulterior motives. These are the 6 manipulation tactics that you need to be aware of today. Understanding these tactics can serve as your armor against manipulation and safeguard your autonomy in various situations. If you found this video informative and helpful, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment. Behind the scenes, our dedicated team works tirelessly to bring you valuable content, so your feedback means the world to us. Remember, your engagement fuels our motivation to continue creating content that empowers and educates. So take a moment to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Your input not only encourages us, but also helps us tailor our content to better meet your needs. And before we sign off, a friendly reminder. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay empowered. We'll catch you in the next video. Until then, keep spreading awareness and staying one step ahead. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free.